What's up guys, it's me, IMC Productions, and today I'll be making a small unboxing for the channel and a assembling video. So today we have some very interesting sets in this box. So let's open this thing up. Yes, the title of the video says there's a few Multipose sets inside this box. Some very interesting Airfix products. So we're gonna give them a closer look and we're gonna open them. We are gonna also assemble them to see how cool they are. Yep, here we can see the two Airfix boxes they were promised to me. So we're gonna give them a closer look at what we have here. We have a U.S. Marines Multipose military figures from 1941 to 1945, and German Infantry from 1939 to 1945. All the Second World War there. Multipose military figures too. 1/32 scale, made in England. Alright, so we're gonna figure out how I'm gonna open this box in here. So alright, here we have two boxes of U.S. Marines from 1941 to 1945, and here we have German Infantry from 1939 to 1945. Basically, you know, the German army, the whole Second World War. Here we can see the different poses we can make with these. Yeah, there's an officer and like 6 infantrymen, so that's cool. So you can either way make them like this or like that. So yeah, that's quite interesting. And then we have the U.S. Marines here, and the way you can build them, pretty much. We'll just hold this vertically. There's again 6 troops in here with different positions. I kind of like more these. More combat poses are just better for me. So yeah, I guess we're gonna build these Marines like here, and we're gonna build this German soldiers like in here. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So I decided to start with the Germans. We're gonna take a closer look to the box in here. Here we can see the Wehrmacht soldiers performing their duty, probably in Poland or in Russia, something like that. Yeah, here we can see a Wehrmacht soldier with his MP40. Here you can see another one throwing a stick grenade. He is holding also a Kar 98K. Here we can see one with a Panzerfaust, a MG42 in here, the officer with his Walter, or it seems to be a Walter in here. I'm not quite sure. I believe it's more like a Walter. If it was Luger, it would be better, but I mean, yeah, whatever. A Walter is pretty cool too. German Infantry 1939 to 45 Multipose military figures. That's what it says on this side of the box. 1-32 model kit. Brand new, well, no longer brand new, but okay. The same thing here. Here we can see the soldiers. How much you pay for them? 270 pesos, which is like $13. Yeah. Here we can see well, the two versions of the soldiers. You know how you can build them. Of course, all the pieces in here, over 100 pieces. It's gonna be pretty easy to make. All parts are interchangeable, giving wide range of poses included with the kit. This is a full color war slide transfer or authentic badge. Oh, okay, it has patches inside and a strip of polyester sheet 9 means belts. Okay. For best results, use Airfix adhesive paint numbers M1, M2, and say, okay, these are all the colors that are not included in the box, of course. Airfix Pro Reserve arrived to what? To amend the specification of the skin. Alright, so let's open this. So it's a very interesting set. So let's open the contents of the box to see what we can find in here. Oh yeah, here's the second piece of tape. Yeah. Alright, they are inside of a sealed bag, so that's cool. Look at this. Look at the instructions. Look how old they are. Look at the paper. Very, very interesting. I love it. So here we can see a brief history of the VMAC. Right here. I'm gonna read it soon. So before that, well, here we can see how we can make the soldiers. They're pretty much the versions that they are announced in the box. These ones, to be more precise. Very, very interesting. Here we can see all the colors that they're gonna use. All the accessories that these soldiers have. Okay, this paragraph right here is just telling you a few extra details that you need to know to achieve, all the amount of detail of these soldiers. Okay, so we have another letter in here, another piece of paper. Airfix means so much more. Airfix, a name known found the world of spur construction kit. It's now produce a range of toys, games, arts, and crafts designed to meet them. So the family, okay, that's great. Action toys, arts and crafts, romper section, romper room, sorry. Okay, interesting. Modeler's Club. I don't know if this thing it's it's still active. This Modeler's Club. I don't know, but I don't think they accept people outside the UK. Or I don't know. Interesting. Here we have the decals. Some of them are already yellowish, which I don't know if it will be a good idea to add them. But I'm very fascinated by them. As you guys can tell, well, some of the pieces have already came off because, well, this is a very, very old set. And of course, the supports and stuff of the sprues, are already fragile and stuff. So that's probably one of the reasons why you guys can see, a few pair of legs, which were detached, from the sprue. Here we can see most of the torsos have been detached too. Yeah, it's a very interesting thing that happened. So we're gonna have to see if all the contents inside of this bag are okay. I hope they are. As long as I can see, all the rifles are alright. The MG it's fine, the Panzerschreck it's fine, all the ammo pouches, canisters, and the small accessories are fine. So I believe we're not gonna have any issues building this. Without any further, let's build them.
So I started assembling the figures piece by piece. For this process I used a Tamiya cement to glue all the troops. And after assembling the troops, it was time to glue all their gear. And after assembling all their gear and pieces, it was time for the painting process. So now it was time to add a coat of primer to the figures. And I decided to use as a base color the sea gray number 27 as the painting instruction says. Then I used the matte number 61 for the flesh of the soldiers. Then it was time to use the matte number 33 for the boots and all the straps of the soldiers. Then it was time to use the matte number 118 to add all the wooden details to the soldiers, as well as some camouflage spots and also a few leather details. Then it was time to add the Tamiya X10 gunmetal to all the metallic details of the soldiers. Then it was time to paint their camouflage nets and also their ponchos. For this process I used the matte Humbrol number 121 and 118. Then I decided to use the XF65 field gray from Tamiya to add a better detail to the warhead of the stick grenade. Then it was time to paint the Panzerfaust, and for this process I used the XF59 from Tamiya. And voila, our troops are already done. As you guys can tell, I managed to do a few straps and slings with the polyester sheets that came inside of the box, and I painted them with the XF64 from Tamiya. I managed to add a few decals to these, although some of them broke in the process, so I totally recommend to get a newer ones in case you buy an old box like this one. It was a very simple and very easy to assemble set, and I completely love it. There is a few reissues of this set, so I totally recommend getting them. The German military played a pivotal role in World War II, driving rapid conquest through the Blitzkrieg tactics. Despite facing eventual defeat on both Eastern and Western fronts, the Wehrmacht demonstrated remarkable bravery and resilience, particularly in harsh battles like Stalingrad. Their soldiers showed relentless determination, often fighting in brutal conditions. Additionally, the German military advanced technology with innovations like the V2 rocket, which marked a significant leap in military engineering.
Auf die feindlichen Positionen vorrücken! Los da! Wir müssen sie ausschalten! Geh in Deckung! Hier nah! Weiter! Voll! Deckung geben! Ich muss nachladen! Los, los, los! Feindliche Infanterie! Stirbt, ihr Bastarde! Ich hab einen! Ich hab einen! Handgranate! Raus da! Feindliche Panzer!
Again, thanks for watching guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. And as always, see you next time.